3, correct. Why 43? Keith.
The gateway for the the LAN.
So you have 42 hosts for the server plus the gateway in PLDT router.
Yes po.
All right, good. Okay, next. Thea Kunanan.
Unlucky.
Yes po, sir.
All right, Thea. Okay. For wide area network A, how many hosts do we have for 1A?
1.
O, di ba pag wide area network, EPLDT to PLDT, magkaharapan. Ilang host yun?
Dalawa po, sir.
What's your answer, Thea?
2 po.
Correct. No? So for 1A, there are 2 hosts. Tama.
Okay.
Okay, kasi we will be assigning an IP address for EPLDT facing PLDT. So sa PLDT ganun din, no? May IP address din tayong kailangan i-assign. It's good. Okay? So wala pa tayo sa subnetting class, no? We've just only identified the number of hosts. So bakit kailangan malaman yung number of hosts? Kasi, no, having these values, it will help us determine, no, which should we start first, no? Which subnet should we start first?
Sa LAN po.
All right. Okay. So based from your assignment, I'll be calling another student. Gian Lauguico. Did I pronounce your surname correct?
Yes po, sir.
Gian. Okay. Out of the 3 networks, which should we start first? Which should we begin first?
LAN M po, sir.
Why LAN M? It's correct. Your answer is correct. Why LAN M?
Kasi yan po yung pinakamarami, sir.
Correct. Narinig yung sinabi niya, class? No? Always start with the highest host requirement. Sir, bakit? Nasa module 1 na yun kasi if you'll be starting with the lowest host requirement, it might overlap, no, yung next na susunod na subnet. Kasi 'di ba ang the primary objective in IP addressing and subnetting is no 2 devices, no 2 networks should have the same should be on the same subnet, should be using the same IP address.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Sige. So, speaking of LAN M, look at your assignments. Okay. I'll be calling another student. John Carlo Peralta.
Nice.
Yes po, sir.
May 3 nang nawala, no? From 55, it's now down to 52. No, nawawala. Okay? Sige. All right, John. Okay?
Yes po, sir.
Based from your assignment, no, what is the prefix length, no, needed for LAN M?
Huh?
Ano yung prefix length or subnet mask na kailangang i-assign kay LAN M? So I told you, yes?
24 po, sir.
It's /24, correct?
Oh, yes po, /24.
Tama. Good. Why /24? John, correct. Your answer is correct. Bakit?
Kasi po based on the formula taught us in the module 1 po, to find the prefix according to the host needed, sir.
Di ba may formula yon?
Opo,
Di
yung
ba? Ito. I'll be sharing with you the formula class. Para ma-refresh. No? 2 raised to small n minus 2 should be greater than or equal to no, the number
Of host.
of hosts. So, yung n dito, yun yung kailangan nating malaman. No? So, what should be the value of your n? So, mag-test ka. No, let's say your n is 4. No, 2 raised to 4, ilan 'yon?
2 raised
It's
to 4.
16.
32. 16.
No, 16 minus 2, 14 hosts. Hindi pwede tong n is to 4. No, taasan natin. How about
2 raised to
n is
16.
7? 2 raised to 7 is 128. No, 128 minus 2 is 126. So less than pa
Baba
rin
pa.
ng 149. Hindi pwede. Eh di gawin mong 8. 2 raised to 8 is 256. 256 minus 2 is 254. So your n is 8. Tama, class?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Sir, paano nakuha yung prefix net? Oh, ito yung formula, class. Oh. Here is how we derive the prefix net. Madali lang. 32 minus n. No? So ano yung n natin? It's 8. Di ba? So what should be the prefix net? 32 minus 8 is
24.
24.
Okay.
Kuha ba, class?
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So based from what is given, no, 192, 168, kasi may binigay, no? It was explicitly stated, no? 192, 168, 32, 128. Okay? So, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng 192, 168, 32.128 pag ito yung ibinigay?
Host
What does
address.
that mean? It basically means, okay, that IP addresses from .0, okay, to .127 has been allocated already. Okay? So, in short, no, ang next na usable na gagamitin is 128. Kuha ba, class? Naintindihan yon?
Yes, sir. Po, sir.
Yes po.
Okay? So, basically, ang bakante na lang, no, IP addresses that you can use is from .128 to .255. Okay? So kung bibilangin niyo yan from 128 to .255, ilan lahat yan? 128. Okay? Minus 2 kasi may network and broadcast ka, no? Ilan lang yan? 126.
126.
'Di ba? Class? So hindi niyo pwedeng gamitin yung 128 to .255. Okay? So what will happen? Eh di magi-increment ka dun sa next usable subnet. Okay? Sir, ano bang next usable subnet? Ano bang susunod sa 192.168.32.128? Di ba it's 192.168.33.0. Tama?
Yes, sir.
So magi-increment ka na doon sa third octet ng isa. Ito na yung next available mo. Okay? Oh, may clue ka na. Buong /24. Oh, ibig sabihin, yung entire /24,
24
no,
host.
what we will be assigning for LAN M is 192.168.33.0/24. Nakuha ba yon, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Malinaw, ha? Kasi yung iba nasanay ka agad no? Network address ang binibigay. No? Nawala na yung concept ng subnetting. No? Minsan nakakakita ko ng sagot, no? Imagine, no? Answers 1 to 8, let's say from 1 to 8, no, to 301. Wala namang 301, di ba? It's only up to 2.255. No, magi-increment ka na ng isa doon sa third octet.
Sir.
Yes.
Kanino, kay LAN M po ba yung ano? 192.168.33 o kay ano na po yan? Kay LAN
Kay
N na po.
LAN M na siya. Kay LAN M.
M po. M po, N po. N.
LAN
M, N.
M.
Oh,
Ito, yung sinusolve natin. Ito. Di ba LAN
Okay
M
po.
is yung may 149 host?
okay po.
Alright. Sige, next. Okay? Since we're already finished with LAN M, anong next, no? Anong next na network ang pwede nating gawin? So since we started with the highest, obviously start with the second highest. So sino 'yon?
LAN N.
LAN N, sir.
Correct. Very obvious. No, 43 against sa 2. LAN N ang pinakamataas. No?
62 yung host.
So LAN N, you have 43 hosts. All right. Using the formula again.
Sa mo tama.
Okay.
So, 2 minus 6, 26.
Mag-set tayo ng N. Ano yung N na pwedeng gamitin?
6 po.
6 po, sir.
If it's 6, 2 raised to 6. Okay, so if we set our N as 6, N is 6. Okay. So if we set N as 6, no? Okay. 2 raised to 6 is 64. 64 minus 2 is 62. So pwede, no? Kasi 62 is greater than 43. Pwede, no? So what's our prefix length? No, using the formula 32 minus n. What's our prefix length value, class?
26.
Slash 26. Correct. Okay. Alright. So, kung matatandaan nyo yung slash 26, di ba? Ganito ang structure niya, class.
Mas okay pa ito magturo eh. Hindi. Pero ano siya eh, ISP.
Okay? 'Di ba? Yung network bits, no? In total ilan 'yon,
Okay,
no?
ako eh.
It has 24. Okay? So, we do already know, okay, that our n bit kasi class, sir, ano ba yung small n dito? Ano ba yung small n na dinerive natin dito?
2 raised to 1.
That represents, class, yung host bits. Okay? So if our n is 6, no? So let's just draw the representation.
Ano te? Anong set ko? Fly spotter.
Okay? So our small n is 6. Okay? So what should be yung ano tong nandito? Ano tong value na to? No, what is that value? Actually, yan yung M. Small letter M ang tawag. So ano yung small letter M na yan? No? We usually call that as a subnet bit. No, yung small m is subnet bit. Kasi parang ang nangyari, 'di ba? You have one big network, no? Then you create a subnetwork. Kasi ito lang yung host requirement mo eh. Okay? 'Di ba 'yun naman ang purpose why we perform subnetting? No? In order for us to ensure proper IP address allocation is observed. No, that's our primary objective. Okay? We do not want to waste IP addresses. Okay? So my next question is, so class, ano yung M bit natin? What's the value of our M bit? Yung subnet bit natin.
Yung 1.
Class.
2 po ba?
O di ba ang IPv4 address, kung matatandaan nyo, it has a total of 32 bits. O ilan na yung present? We have 24 and we have 6. So ilan na lang para maging 32?
Dalawa po.
Dalawa lang.
Correct. Good. So yung subnet bit natin, no, it's 2. Okay? Having these values, saan ba natin sila gagamitin? Kasi we need to determine, no? There's another formula. No? Number of subnets, no? This is the formula class, number of subnets. Okay? Number of subnets is equivalent to 2 raised to m. Okay? So in this case, ano yung m natin? Our m is 2. No? So 2 raised to 2, we basically have 4 subnets in total. Okay? So ano bang ibig sabihin niyan, no? What does it mean, class, is for a /24, no? Sa isang /24 na meron tayo, makakabuo tayo ng 4 na /26. That is what this formula means, no? Kumbaga, no? You have this main folder, no? Ilang /26 ang magagawa mo from this main folder? You can actually create up to 4. Okay? Next, no? There's another formula, no? The other formula is the number of IP address for each subnet. Kasi 'di ba ang bawat subnet may laman niyang IP address, 'di ba? Parang folder, subfolder, tapos yung subfolder mo may mga papel sa loob 'yun. Okay? So, ilang IP address ang pwedeng magkasya sa isa doon sa 4 na subnets for a /26? So, this is the formula, 2 raised to n. So, our n is 6, di ba? Yung host bit. Okay? So, 2 raised to 6, it will give us how many, class? Ilan yan?
4 po.
64, correct. 64 IP addresses per subnet. Okay? So, if we will be plotting them down, no? So, yung first, you have your second, you have your third, you have your fourth. Okay? So, obviously, the first subnet starts with what value? That's 0. Okay? Yung second subnet mo, so ano ba tong number of IP address per subnet? Kumbaga sa statistics, ito yung median mo eh. No? Or ito yung range. No? So the second subnet will start with what IP address? So basically, 0 plus 64. So ilan yun? 0 plus 64, ilan? Plus?
That's 64
It's
po.
64, correct. Oops, sorry. Balik natin. Okay? Next, yung third subnet mo will start with what value, class? 64 plus 64. What's the value?
128
128
po.
po.
At 128. Okay? Next, fourth subnet. What will be the value? 128 plus 64. Ilan?
192 po.
That 192, correct. All right. Okay? So, what are these IP addresses that we have determined? Ano-ano ba yan? Yan yung network address class. No? For the 4 subnets that we can create in /26, no? For the 4 subnets that we can create out of a /26, these are the corresponding, no, network addresses. Okay? Importante ba yan, sir? Oo, importante po. Okay? Kasi kung mali yung network address na makukuha mo, it will have an impact on the subnet that you will be determining. Okay? Next. So, the first subnet is from .0 to what value? Dot?
193.
63.
.63, correct. Bakit 63?
Kasi po, yung 64 sa kasunod ng subnet.
Yes, good. Ayun. So natatandaan pa yung concept back on module 1. No? 0 to 63, ilan lahat yan? From 0 to 63, actually 64 IP addresses yan in total class. Sama mo yung 0. That 0 counts kasi network address yan. Okay? On next, how about the second subnet? It's from that 64 up to what value?
127.
Correct. 1 to 8 up to what value?
191.
191. Correct. And lastly, 192 up to?
255.
Correct. 255. Walang 256 ha. Walang 256 class. There's no such value. Okay? So, sir, bakit ba kailangan nating i-determine? Kasi nga, yun ang magde-determine on how we will be deriving the next subnet to be applied for LAN N. O, may clue tayo. LAN M uses 192.168.33.0. Ano bang ibig sabihin niyan? Yung 33.0/24. Basically, class, gamit niya na yung .0 to .255. So ano na yung next na pwede niyong gamitin?
.34.
Correct. Okay, so the next usable IP address that we will be using that will be assigned to LAN M is 192.168.34.0/ what's the prefix then?
26.
26. Correct. No? So ito, kung /26 ang pwede mong gamitin for LAN N is IP addresses from .0 to .63. Although yung 0 and 63, di ba? It is reserved by default kasi network and broadcast address yan. No? So ang pwede mong gamitin is yung .1 to .62. Okay? Malinaw po ba, class?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. So we're already through with LAN M. Next, let's now move with 1A. Okay, very easy. Class, pag sinabing wide area network, no, automatically point to point 'yon, no? Automatically two hosts kagad 'yon. No? I have one student, no, back on module 3, no, nitong sem lang. No, he was asking, "Sir, how many hosts do we have for the wide area network?" Ha? No? You're already on module 3. You don't know how to determine wide area network? Okay? Tinapat ko siya, class. No, he's actually undergoing completion with me. Okay? Oh, what should be our N? Very easy. Diretso na tayo. What should be
30.
our N, class?
30.
It's what?
2.
2, correct. If our N is 2 then, okay, what's the prefix then value? 30 minus 2 is ilan?
/30.
30.
30.
Correct. Okay? Oh, so ano yung binigay sa wide area network? So it was explicitly stated, no? For the wide area network, ang next mong pwedeng gamitin is no 220.
Sir, excuse me po.
Yes.
30 minus 2 lang po nakalagay po sa 1 and 1A.
Sorry, 32. Sorry. It should be 32. Thank you. Wait lang. I will undo it. All right. Okay. So class, okay? So for the wide area network, it was explicitly stated, no? Get the wide area network subnet using this IP block. So 220. So what does that mean? No? It basically means that yung .0, no, to .219 has been assigned already. Hindi mo na pwedeng gamitin yun. Ang next usable na is .220. Okay? But sir, question. How can I determine if 220 is a valid network address? Kasi baka broadcast address yan, pwedeng host address. Di ba? Okay? Actually, class, okay? May clue na tayo eh. No? Oh, given the formula class, number of IP address per subnet. Okay? If we use 2, what's the number of IP address per subnet class? This is the formula. Class, 2 raised to 2.
4.
It's
4
4. So, ang clue natin, ang median natin is 4. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Hindi pa rin natin sinasagot yung tanong, Sir, is 220 a valid network address or not? Eto, saan natin kukunin as reference? Actually, class, may clue. Ito, yung fourth, remember this, class? Remember this IP address, no? Use a /26. Since this is a valid network address, bakit vanishing pen ang ginamit ko? Anyway, since 192 is a valid network address, we can actually use this as reference, no? So 192 plus 4, ilan yon? 196.
96.
200, 204, 208, 212, 216, 220. Diba? Tama, class?
Yes po.
So 220 is actually a valid network address, no? So if we will be plotting it, so let's say, no, it's X subnet. Hindi natin alam kung pang ilan. X subnet siya. Okay? So if we have .220, so yung Y subnet natin plus yung Y subnet will start with what value? It's dot. So 4 ang median. Ano yung Y subnet? Ano yung susunod sa .220?
224.
224, correct. So ano yung pwedeng gamitin natin for 1A? We can actually use 220 kasi hindi gamit, oh. It was explicitly stated it's not used. Okay? Kuha po ba, class?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes
So, having that said, no, for 1A, our assignment is simply 214.224.216.220/30. Okay? Ito, .221. Okay? Ito, .222. Kuha po ba? Kasi 223 yung broadcast eh. Kuha po ba, class? Can everyone follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes po sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Okay, question. Sige.
ay sir, kanina po nag-choppy po yung ano, yung audio po. Ay sir, pwede sir pabalik dun sa kung paano sir valid po yung 220 na ano as a
Sige.
host po.
Okay. So, our question is, kasi di ba, ito na yung next usable, di ba, 220. Okay? What does this mean is from 0 to 219 is already allocated. Now, the question is 220 a valid network address? Kasi pwedeng broadcast yan, pwedeng host address, no? Pwedeng network address din. Pero hindi natin alam. Okay? So, what we need to determine is the number of IP address per subnet, basically yung median. So, based from the formula, we've determined that it's 4. Tama? Kuha yun?
Yes po.
Okay. Now, we can actually use this as reference, yung ginamit natin sa /26. Kasi di ba sa /26, ang mga valid network address, we have 0, we have 64, we have 128, no? We have 192. Eh yung 220, di ba? It's much more nearer to 192. So mag-add ka ng +4 dito. Add 4 IP addresses starting with 192. So 192, 196, 200, 204, 208, 212, 216, 220. 220 is a valid network address. Kuha po ba? Nakuha
Yes po.
yon?
Thank you, sir.
Yes po.
All right. Sige.
Yes po.
Any questions? So you might be wondering, no? May mga nakakuha ba sa assignment? Baka ang ginamit niya yung 128, no?
Opo.
No? Oh, at least I was able to clear things out. Okay?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, tanong ko lang po. Bale yung dun sa LAN N na 19.192, hindi po siya, ano po siya, host network po siya. Ay, host
Hostnet.
address. Host
Ah.
address po. Yung
Yung
0.19,
34.0, sorry. Ulit.
yung doon po sa LAN N po, yung 0.192. Ano po siya?
Network
Host
address
address.
to, network.
Okay po. Ay, tanong ko lang po. Ay, bale po kapag in-add doon yung sa number of IP, tapos napunta doon sa parang given na address doon sa isa pang wide area network.
Doon
Pwede
ka na sa
pwedeng
susunod. Yung
pwede
susunod
siyang maging
subnet
host.
na. Hindi mo
Okay
na
po.
pwedeng gamitin yun kasi it's already been allocated.
Mm.
Mag-overlap ka.
Okay po.
Tama ba? Was I able to answer your question? Yun ata yung gusto mong palabasin. Sir, paano pag nag-overlap? Hindi mo na pwedeng gamitin.
Bale ano lang po, double check ko lang po. Bale
Sige.
yung 214.248.216.220 host address po yan.
Network address. Ito
Network.
siya.
Okay,
Network
tama lang po
address.
pala. Okay lang po.
Hindi siya host. Ang host
Opo.
natin ito, 221 and 222.
Opo. Nalito lang po ako. Okay na po.
No.
Naintindihan na po. Salamat.
All right. Any more questions, class? Any questions? Sige. Okay. So, what is your assignment? Okay, this is your assignment, class. Okay? Sulat ko na lang dito, no? First assignment for our discussion next Wednesday. Primary functions of a router. Okay? Next is, no, for letter B, no, components of, or no, what is a routing table? Define a routing table. Okay? Then third is, okay, define the components found within the routing table. So this is your assignment.
Sir, discussion po ulit yan kapag nag-meeting po ulit.
Discussion tayo. Wala pa munang exam.
Okay po. Thank you.
Walang
Hindi po kailangan
exercise,
ilagay
no?
sa Word po ganun, sir.
Hindi kailangang ilagay sa Word. No,
Okay po,
no need
sir.
for
Thank
you
you
to
po.
pass. Kumbaga, I'll just be calling each and every one of you. Parang katulad ng ginawa natin ngayon. No, I'd like to have a give and take session. Hindi lang puro ako lagi nagsasalita. I would like to involve each and every one of you in the discussion. Similar to what we did this evening. Kuha po ba?
Yes,
Opo, sir.
Kasi
Salamat
mahirap
po.
na ako lang palagi nagsasalita, no? I do understand the situation, no? Kasi puro salita ng salita, no? I will give you chance, no? To be involved in the discussion. Ganun ako pag nagtuturo. Okay? Sige po, are there any more questions, clarifications?
None so far, sir.
Sige, none. All right. Sige. So please take note of the assignments. No, we will be covering them next week. We'll have our first formal discussion, no, next week. Okay? Sige po, if there are no more questions, I'll meet. Wala mo ng attendance, no? Next week na ako mag-attendance. If there are no more questions, I'll meet you again next Wednesday. Have a good evening. No, mag-ingat po palagi. No, kung hindi naman kailangan lumabas, wag lumabas. No? Sige po, class.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice
Sir.
day.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.